Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inspire Me. I'm your host, Jibrin Diallo. We have a great show ahead, a great guest, a very inspirational person here in our community. And before we get to our guest, we ask more questions to our guests. I want you to think about this quote that I'm going to read for you. Whenever you turn, you can find someone who needs you. Even if it is a little thing, do something for which there is no pay but the privilege of doing it. Remember, you don't live in a world of your own. And this quote is from Albert Schweitzer. We'll be right back after a performance by Demel. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Inspire Me. I'm your host, Jibrin Diallo. Inspire Me is a show about bringing positive inspiration through the stories and ideas of regular members of our communities. For today's show, I have an amazing guest, Caroline Smith. Caroline Smith is the CEO and producer of Carol Journey TV. Welcome to the show, Caroline.
Oh, thank you for having me here.
Because I've heard so many great things about you and about your television network. And I wanted to have you on the show to inspire some members of our community.
Right.
Is that what you're going to be able to do today?
Yes, I will be.
Okay.
Yes.
So before we get into the inspiration behind your show, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'll start off very simple. I'm from a family of 5, 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I have the fortune of being from a very famous historical family that I can trace.
Oh, wow.
My family went to Canada through Harriet Tubman with the Underground Railroad. I found out about it, when I was young, and it was inspiring to go. I go to my family reunions up there in Canada. I go to St. Catharines, Ontario, Baxton. And I found out about other heroes that's not necessarily mentioned here in the American history books.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is someone amazing that we have on the show. So, Caroline, what can you tell us about your TV show?
Well, my TV show basically is a magazine show. I try to cover topics that I think the community might be interested in. And one of the topics that I cover is health and fitness because, as you know, we have a very high asthma count in the Bronx. I do fashions. I also do finance. One of the people I had the pleasure of interviewing was a gentleman who was from Greece who talked about Greek finance. And the whole idea behind that was to show that our economy at one point was going rather slow. And I was trying to bring out the fact that it wasn't because of the president, Barack Obama, it's because of the global system and how we are affected globally by what happens around the world in terms of our economy. And I found very similar and like things in terms of Social Security because we thought we were the only ones that had Social Security. Okay. And I also found out the job, the rate of pay for the jobs are almost comparable to ours, except it's in another denomination.
What inspired you to begin this journey in television? I mean, why did you think that you should have your own network?
I felt I needed a voice. I needed to be able to express things. I needed something for the community to come to me and be able to express or get out there. You can't do that in major broadcasts because it's all about profits. So you don't necessarily have 2 channels that may talk about non-commercial stuff. but they don't really address the needs of the community. You don't hear them talk about what is happening in the community locally. You do get a little bit of that on local TV,
Yes.
but still, you got a lot of reality shows, and they're just reality shows. They're not really real because it's all about profit and it's all about the dollar. So
Okay.
I tried to have things that would interest people. I have a music show. I
Yeah.
did a music series where I had people like Carol Douglas on my show.
Oh, wow.
Shirley Krabs. I'm hoping in the near future I'll have somebody like Robert Wiggins on my show
Oh,
to
that's
talk about the
fantastic.
drifters. Because I figured this is something I noticed in the community. People like to listen to some of the old music because the music actually had words that meant something to them. It wasn't
that's
like what
right.
we have now, you
Yes.
know.
So you're doing all of this on a voluntary basis.
Yes, I am.
Just to inspire our communities.
That's right.
To be positive.
Right.
To change their lives in a positive way.
Right.
I mean, I applaud you for that. I think we need more people like you
Right.
to inspire our communities, to make sure that we got what we need as far as the information
Right.
goes, as far as what is important to
Right.
stay healthy.
Right.
And I think that's what your network is trying to achieve, and that's really
Right.
fantastic. So now I want you to talk to us a little bit about the recognitions that you received.
Oh my God. I don't like to
Yes.
brag.
Yes,
I've gotten
you should, because you deserve all of them.
I've gotten 5 Beta Awards. 5 years in a row. No, actually 4, because last year I got 2 Beta Awards together. I got Beta Awards for health and fitness. I did a talk show and a comedy show because I had a young comedian. Nice talk show is talking about careers and where you could go with your career and how did he get from point A to point B. And then I had a fashion show. So I was quite shocked when I got the awards and everything. Although I've gotten other additional awards other than BronxNet.
Okay.
I've gotten an award for journalism for the National Council of Negro Women.
Wow.
I've also gotten an award with the NAACP Williamsbridge branch.
You recently got nominated.
Right.
You are one of the 25 most influential people in the Bronx.
Yes.
What can you tell us about this award?
Oh my goodness. Well, I was kind of surprised when the Bronx Times called me and told me I had been nominated as one of the 25 most influential women in the Bronx. I was quite shocked over it. I said, why me? You know, that many more people watch my show than I'm aware of. And I have no idea who nominated me, but I think it's a big honor. I mean, for the entire Bronx. And
Yes,
the fact
it
that
is.
they have already did newspapers, clippings and stuff recently. So my name is in the newspaper with 24 other very, very distinguished women. And I feel honored to be with those distinguished women.
What is your secret to this successful?
My secret, it goes back to my family reunions and having the opportunity to meet people in my family who have come from different backgrounds and different cultural backgrounds. Also, the training that I received. Little known, I was trained by the Travel Channel that you see on TV. I was in Chevy Chase, Maryland, so I got exposed to that group. I have a long history in broadcasts, in cable broadcasts, that is.
Where do you see your channel in the next few years?
Well, this is what I thought. I planned, because I've gotten awards, I'm working on a project that I'm going to submit for the Emmy Awards.
Okay.
It's going to be a major project.
So what's the project about? Do you want to share a secret with us?
Not yet, not yet.
Don't you want to inspire more people?
Yeah, I will when the time comes. It's going to be a biggie.
Okay.
And it's going to take a lot of thought, a lot
Okay.
of organizing, and sponsorship,
Okay.
you know, in terms of determining who's going to be in my staff, the equipment. There's a lot that has to be done when you're producing a show on that caliber.
Will that include only the Bronx, or that's
No.
going to include?
No, it would
Or
include.
it will cover. Will that cover the U.S. entirely?
No, what it would include is the current issues that are happening now in the world.
Okay.
It's not going to be exclusive to the Bronx.
Okay.
We do have a lot of issues, one of them being immigration, and I have a special interest in immigration.
Okay.
Because my father was born in Canada. He served in the United States Army, which is how he was able to earn his citizenship.
Okay.
In addition, I have members in my family who are from the Dominican Republic.
Oh, okay.
I have family from Jamaica.
Wow, you've got a very diverse background.
I have a lot of, and then I found out just recently I have maybe a little Italian in my family.
Oh, really? Wow.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I have a cousin who recently became mayor
Oh, really?
in Asheville, Alabama.
Okay.
Last name is Mostella, Mostella. And the interesting thing is, people voted for him, but they didn't know what he looked like.
Oh, really?
And he won.
That's an
he
interesting
won.
story. Okay.
And he won. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, yeah.
So, speaking of immigration, what do you think of the current climate in the U.S.? We're not a political show. I want to point that out.
Right.
But since Caroline has so much to offer, so much to tell us about immigration, I want to just get her idea of
Right.
what do you think of the current issue?
Well, I'm going to talk about it in a generic form because we're not political with this.
That's correct.
One of the things that kind of upset me, and I went and participated in many rallies, is when my granddaughter came home crying.
Oh, wow.
And because she was afraid that her friend in the classroom would be deported.
That's really sad.
And the thing about it is, we're talking about children who are born in this country, who technically are citizens. They're born in this country. Maybe their parents weren't born, but they were born on American soil. So technically they are citizens, and they should not be under the scrutiny that's going on right now.
So do you mean children that were brought here at an early age, or do you mean children born in the U.S.?
The children who were born here in the U.S.
Okay, who are denied U.S.
That's
citizenship?
right.
Oh, okay.
And then the other thing is, recently there were people who had difficulty getting this country because of their last name. The misinterpretations of their last name. It was assumed that they may have been had other backgrounds.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So this current climate, without doubt, is very hostile, volatile, uncertain.
Right.
But we hope that things will get better.
Right.
Thanks to people like yourself who are speaking out
I'm very
against
positive.
whatever is negative.
Yeah, I'm very positive that things will get better because the general population is starting to become aware. I think the biggest awareness is with healthcare. People need healthcare. Sickness doesn't go away. Sickness is always going to be here.
That's right.
When you realize you face a possibility of not having the resources,
Yes.
that is simply catastrophic right now. Catastrophic when
Yes,
you
it
don't
is.
have health care. And unfortunately, some of the people who went through the polls and voted, let's say, against health care are going to be the very ones that have to suffer because they come from the Midwest. And the healthcare systems in the Midwest is deplorable.
So you're here on Inspire Me. I'm with special guest Caroline, the CEO and producer of Carol Journey TV. My last question to you, what can you tell us about the difficulties that you encountered when you were setting up your own channel?
Oh, yes. One of the difficulties about setting up the channel is organizing. You got to organize, you got to time things properly. I had a little extra help because I had additional training in other places.
Okay.
You know, I had trained in a broadcast studio.
Okay.
This is a little different from a cable situation.
Yes.
Where we had attached to the TV monitor so that the the cameraman will also have an idea as to what the shots were going to be and where we're going to move to and all that.
Yes.
One of the difficulties with cable, because it's voluntary, is getting people to volunteer to help your show. And usually we get a short period of training that really doesn't give us the guts to start moving.
Yes.
Because it was from the time that I took the classes,
Yes.
it took me almost 2 years before I developed my own show. But in the process of it, I worked on the camera, I worked on the switcher, I worked on different things and gained that experience so I could feel a little more confident in doing the show.
Wow.
It doesn't come automatically, you know.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter where you go. Like you may have come from BCAT or you may have come from Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
Yes.
Their setups are slightly different. So it's like when you walk in, it's a brand new ball game, and you got to figure out and where you're going, and it's not easy at all.
Okay. So, what would you tell someone who wants to have a show like yours? That advice be?
Volunteer on someone's show to get an idea what the workings are.
Okay.
Work the camera, work the switcher.
Okay.
You know, volunteer. And then once you feel comfortable with that, then you're ready for your show.
Okay. Thank you so much, Caroline. Ladies and gentlemen, you are on Inspire Me. I'm your host, Jibrin Diallo. I'm here today with Caroline, the CEO and producer of Carol Journey TV. We're going to take a brief musical pause with Demel, and we will be right back. Thank you.
I opened my heart to you, baby, and you stole everything deep inside. I thought you would always be mine, all mine. In a perfect world, just takes a little time to make love right. Two people can't deny good things come to an end. Broken promises, too many to make amends. Broken promises. Chances, making the same mistakes over and over again. Can't keep on crying when you know it's time to let go. You just can't win in a cold, cruel world. People do things they often regret. And I'm so afraid that I haven't seen the words yet. Good things come to an end. Broken promises, baby. Too many to make amends. Broken promises. Oh yeah. Good things come to an end, baby. Oh, yeah. Broken. Crying all through the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'm with Caroline Smith, the CEO and producer of Carol Journey TV. For this show, the topic is bringing positive message through community television. Caroline, welcome back.
Welcome. Thank you.
Did you enjoy the music?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it very much.
That's our one and only Demel.
Demel.
Yes. So now, are you ready to answer some of my open-ended questions?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what is your idea of a great community television?
My idea of a great community TV is to be able to get the message out to the community and get them to respond and act on it and pass the word on to other people.
Okay. And what is your idea of a positive message?
Okay, my idea of a positive message is to inspire, like your show, inspire.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
That's for my idea of a message, positive message. It's to inspire people to do something.
Okay. And what is your idea of a failure?
A failure is when you can't really communicate your thoughts with them, and you can't reach them, and you got to constantly keep searching to find the right words or the right video, the right message to give them.
And what is your idea of a success?
Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, you've got so many of them. So
no, it's not about me.
You've got to tell us.
It's not about me.
Okay.
And I'll give you the reason why.
Okay.
My idea of success is Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
Our ex-president Barack Obama. And I'll tell you why. Those two individuals started with less than what we have. Oprah, for example, was so poor that she used to wear potato sacks when she was a child.
Oh, wow.
And people used to laugh at her, but that was all that she had because the family was so poor. But those people ain't laughing now because she turned those things into a success, and now she's perhaps one of the richest women in the world.
Yes.
Now, our ex-president, Barack Obama, he was raised by a single parent who had to struggle and everything. And despite all the newspaper, what sociologists would say, that if you're raised by a single parent and you're a male, your chances of success are very low. Not only did he become successful as a president, he became a president twice. And he started from a meager beginning. So that's my idea of success.
Yes, I mean, Carol, I have to say this. You mentioned two of the people that are so important to me, that inspired me so much to be positive, to be better. And now the viewers know why I have her on the show, because we have something in common. My next question now, what is your idea of unhappiness?
Unhappiness is when you have a certain amount of complacency. I was very unhappy when I saw how the political landscape changed. Okay. And I see people are hurting. And I feel that right now, I think the only thing they can do to sort of ease the pain is to embrace God, because God's in the driver's seat.
That's correct. That's correct. And what is your idea of happiness?
Oh, happiness.
Yes.
Happiness is when we can all look at each other and smile and feel good about one another, and we can come together as a group.
Yes.
I'll give an example. When Hannibal crossed the Alps, he encouraged his army to mingle with the people there, so they could communicate better. Another example, when you talk about the Bible and you're building the Tower, Babylon, everybody was able to communicate with everybody until that tower was built. Okay. And when that tower was built and collapsed, they couldn't understand each other. Yes. So we got to go back to communicating well. Yes.
So my last question to you before we wrap up this segment, what is your vacation destination?
Oh,
where would you go if you want to go on vacation? The dream vacation destination.
Okay, my dream vacation destination is the Caribbean islands. I like to go to the Caribbean islands because of the colors that I see, the music, the temperature of the air, and everything. I like that. And the second place I would like to go to is Africa, because I want to know about my roots.
Yes. So if you had the opportunity to change one thing in our community, what would you change?
Okay. If I had the opportunity to change the one thing in our community and try to make sure we have affordable housing for people, But that's another major issue here in the Bronx.
Okay. Thank you very much, Caroline, for answering all my questions. So if someone want to watch your show, where could they find you?
Well, if they want to watch my show, they can find Carol Journey TV Saturday night at 8 p.m.
Okay.
They can find me on YouTube, Carol Journey TV.
Okay.
On my website, www.traviel-production.net.
Okay.
Okay. They can find me on Instagram.
Okay.
If they really want to find out where I'm posted all over the place,
Yes.
just type in Google, Carol S. Journey TV. Type it in Google, type it in Yahoo,
Okay.
you'll find me. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'm here on Inspire Me. I'm your host, Jibrin Jallo. I'm here today with Caroline Smith, the CEO and producer of Carol's Journey TV.
Thank you.
It's been such a treat listening to you, talking to you. You're such an inspiration. I hope that more people would get to know you and to get also to watch your television and get inspired.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this show. But before I do that, I want to thank the crew for the amazing work, our guest, and also I want to thank anyone who helped me get this show together. And I'm going to leave you with this quote from our president, our ex-president, I should say, Barack Obama. He said, "The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and make some things happen, you will fill the world with hope. You will fill yourself with hope." And that's exactly the kind of message that we need around today. Thank you, and see you soon.